Please hit subscribe. Share this video with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Every one of you helps this channel grow, and right now we're working hard toward our first 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Now, let's get into the story. Ella was raised in a Greek-American household, steeped in the traditions of the Greek Orthodox faith, a heritage of resilience, community, and celebration that would quietly shape the way she approached everything that came after. As a kid, she didn't dream of spreadsheets or boardrooms. She dreamed of cameras. She and her older sister used to put together their own backyard photo shoots, striking poses in whatever outfits they could piece together, giggling as they imagined themselves on magazine covers. It was never serious. It was never something her parents pushed her toward. It was just joy, pure, uncomplicated joy in front of a lens. But somewhere between childhood and adolescence, that dream quietly folded itself up and got tucked away. As Ella grew older and her body changed, she started to feel like the fashion and modeling world simply wasn't built for girls who looked like her. She wasn't a sample size. She didn't fit the narrow mold that the industry, for decades, had held up as the only version of beautiful. So she let the dream go, not because she stopped loving photography or performance, but because no one had shown her yet that there was room for someone shaped like her in that world. Instead, she chased a different vision of herself. Ella enrolled at Washington State University before transferring to the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where she studied journalism. She pictured herself behind a news desk one day, or perhaps calling plays as a sports anchor. She loved storytelling. She loved the idea of holding an audience's attention and giving them something worth their time. She just didn't yet know what form that storytelling would eventually take. Hawaii changed everything, not because of some dramatic, cinematic moment, but because of sunlight, sand, and a camera roll that kept filling up. Ella and her friends spent their days on the beaches of Oahu, snapping photo after photo, chasing golden hour, capturing the kind of carefree confidence that only comes from truly being present in your own life. She began posting those photos online, and something unexpected happened. People noticed. Not just her friends. Strangers. They responded to something in her photos that felt different from the usual, polished perfection flooding their feeds, an authenticity, a warmth, a size 14 woman looking directly into the camera like she belonged there. Because she did. Friends kept telling her the same thing, over and over: you should try modeling. At first, it sounded almost like a joke to her. She had spent years believing that door was closed. But then she started paying attention to the plus-size modeling movement gaining momentum in the industry, and when she saw Ashley Graham breaking through and redefining what a supermodel could look like, something shifted inside her. If Ashley could do it, maybe, just maybe, there was a lane for Ella too. She started small. Local swim shoots in Hawaii. Pitching brands directly. Offering to create content in exchange for a free swimsuit or a small product package. The classic hustle of an influencer before that word had even fully entered the mainstream vocabulary. Every photo felt like a chapter in a story she was finally allowed to write. And then, almost like fate tapping her on the shoulder, a modeling agent based in San Francisco discovered her through Instagram and reached out. Graduation came in 2019, and with it, a familiar crossroads. Ella moved back home to the Bay Area, working restaurant shifts to save every dollar she could, quietly plotting her next move, Los Angeles. She wanted to give modeling and content creation a real, full-time shot, but she needed the financial runway first. Then 2020 arrived, and with it, a pandemic that upended the entire world's plans. Ella lost her serving job overnight, along with millions of others. It would have been the easiest, most understandable moment to shrink back, to wait for stability before taking risks. Instead, in May of 2020, in the middle of global uncertainty, Ella packed up her life and moved to Los Angeles anyway. It was, by any conventional measure, terrible timing. It turned out to be one of the best decisions she ever made. Once she landed in LA, she didn't ease in slowly, she hit the ground running. Commercial work came quickly, including campaigns for JCPenney and Snapchat. She kept building her online presence, posting content centered on body positivity, self-love, and unshakable confidence, and her following began to climb steadily across Instagram and TikTok. But there was one dream still sitting, unfulfilled, at the very top of her list: Sports Illustrated swimsuit. She had tried out for it before, back when she was still finding her footing, and been rejected. Then she tried again. Rejected again. 3 consecutive years of putting herself forward for one of the most iconic titles in the modeling world, and 3 consecutive years of hearing no. It's one thing to chase a dream once and fail. It's another thing entirely to keep showing up, year after year, when the answer keeps coming back the same way. That is where Ella's story stops being simply about modeling and starts becoming about character. In 2021, after years of persistence, the call finally came. Ella had made it. She flew out to Atlantic City, New Jersey, and stood in front of renowned photographer Size Lenz as an official Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, not despite her curves, but because of the confidence she carried in them. It was a full-circle moment, years of backyard photo shoots and self-doubt and rejection distilled into a single, radiant spread in one of the most recognized magazines in the world. That same year, she walked the runway at Miami Swim Week, following an earlier appearance there in 2020, modeling for brands including Berry Beachy Swimwear, Cupshe, and BDM The Label. Her online following, which had already been climbing steadily through her body-positive TikToks and Instagram posts, surged further. She crossed into the hundreds of thousands of followers combined across platforms, eventually surpassing 700,000, a number built not through a single viral moment, but through years of consistent, honest content that made people feel seen. Ella signed with modeling agencies, eventually finding her footing with Ford Models, and brought on a PR team and social media manager to help her navigate an increasingly demanding schedule. She modeled for brands like Under Armour, Good American, and Target, and continued booking travel and brand partnerships that took her from New York City fashion weeks to Caribbean brand trips. She partnered with a Canadian swimwear company to help launch an inclusive, plus-size swim line, turning her platform not just into a personal brand, but into an actual product that let other women feel the same confidence she'd worked so hard to build in herself. But if you ask her what her career has really been about, it was never simply the glamorous shoots or the growing follower count. Ella built something people started calling her CEO of Confidence persona, using her journalism background, ironically enough, not behind a news desk but behind a ring light, broadcasting a different kind of story every single day. Her storytelling instincts, sharpened during her time studying journalism in Hawaii, became the backbone of her content: real, unscripted, emotionally honest videos about body image, rejection, financial instability, and the sheer grit it takes to survive in an industry that can be just as unforgiving as it is glittering. She has been candid about the darker sides of that industry too: the lack of protections for models, the abrupt way agencies can drop talent without warning, the financial unpredictability of an influencer income. Her honesty about those struggles has made her platform resonate even more, because she never pretended the rise was effortless. She has spoken about failing more times than she could count, about the emotional and financial toll of chasing a dream during a global crisis, and about choosing, again and again, to keep going anyway. Today, Ella Halikas stands as one of the most recognizable voices in the curve modeling and body positivity space, a size 14 girl from a quiet Bay Area suburb who refused to accept that beauty only came in one shape. She has spoken publicly about wanting to give a TED Talk one day, about writing a book detailing the roadblocks she's faced, and about continuing to grow her platform into something that helps other people, not just herself. What makes her story genuinely inspirational isn't the swimsuit spread or the follower count, as impressive as both are. It's the 3 years of rejection she absorbed before Sports Illustrated ever said yes. It's the decision to move to a new city with no job, in the middle of a pandemic, because staying still felt scarier than the risk of moving forward. It's the backyard photo shoots that got put away out of self-doubt, only to be picked back up years later, wiser and far more confident. Ella's journey is a reminder that the industries which reject you today are not always the final word on your future. Sometimes they're simply waiting for you to prove, relentlessly and on your own terms, that you belong. She turned a childhood hobby into a global platform, and along the way, gave hundreds of thousands of people permission to stop apologizing for the space they take up in the world. If this story moved you even a little, please take a second to subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, and hit that like button. We're building toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and having you here means more than you know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.